कैमरा ऑन करो। कितने लोग आया? अभी भी एक कोई एक बाकी है। आई डोंट नो हु इज स्टिल मिसिंग। अरे अरे कौन था? एक मिनट। 66 रोल नंबर कौन है भाई?
तो मौर्य।
ओ, अरे मोरिया, तुम तकिया उकिया लेके बैठे हो क्यों?
सर।
हम्म? तुम पीलो लेके
सर।
बैठे हो क्यों?
हाँ सर, अभी।
अरे नहीं नहीं नहीं, डोंट। माय गुडनेस, तुम इंजीनियर बनोगे कि? ऐसा नहीं होता। पीलो लेके, हेड रेस्ट लेके, गॉगल्स पहन के। यू कांट लर्न वाइब्रेशन, यू कैन लर्न अदर थिंग्स। बराबर है। अ, आज कौन मिस ने कैमरा कौन ऑन नहीं किया? श्राव्या को नहीं दिख रहा? अच्छा, इसी इज
मेरा
देयर।
नेट थोड़ा स्लो है।
नेट स्लो है, ठीक है। रीचा,
यस सर।
कैमरा नहीं है? ठीक है,
सर वही
चलेगा।
फिर आवाज नहीं।
नहीं, चलेगा चलेगा, नो प्रॉब्लम। सो दिस 12 o'clock class I have already mentioned. I already have another class 11 to 12. So officially we will always begin 12:05. I mean that is how I schedule the class timing also. So you can take a break 5 minutes. 12:05 is the officially I will start. That is one thing. Next is I have already mentioned we will have our next class test around 14th of February. Why 14th of February, Srabha? Let us have it on 14th of February. Would you mind? Are you busy 14th?
नो सर।
अरे अरे, bad luck, huh? Okay. I will schedule it on 14th of February. Our second class test. 14th कब है? मुझे मालूम नहीं। 14th I cannot. That is Monday. 14th is Monday, so even if I want, I cannot. ठीक है, हम 15 को रखेंगे। मोस्ट प्रोबेबली 15 को या 16 को अपना नेक्स्ट क्लास टेस्ट होगा। दैट इज वन थिंग। अभी तक हमने जो भी कंप्लीट किया, देयर कैन बी, आई हैव ऑलरेडी गिवन यू सफिशिएंट नंबर ऑफ प्रॉब्लम्स, ट्राई टू सॉल्व देम, बट there can be many many more problems, and as I have mentioned, I am ready to have a dedicated 1 hour or 2 hour for problem solving. You people find out a suitable time, okay? But maybe this week only, not next week. Fine, this week only, not next week. So you find out some afternoon and I'm ready to have a dedicated 1 घंटा या 2 घंटा जहां पे हम सिर्फ प्रॉब्लम सॉल्विंग करेंगे। ओके, सो नाउ टुडे वी विल बिगिन एंड पॉसिबली वी विल एंड, वी विल फिनिश an interesting chapter of vibration, and that is torsional vibration, the vibration which happens in all rotating members. Fine. So you can take out your camera and let us directly go for the discussion. Torsional vibe. What interesting thing you know? What is the interesting thing in this PPT? तो थोड़ा अपना नजर, अपना दिमाग, there are only two words. Why I am calling it?
Instead of
I am using the term oscillation. I am not using the term vibration. So the moment it is angular motion, we are generally we use the term oscillation. We don't use the term vibration. Okay, although no one will kill you if you use torsional vibration, but generally we prefer the word torsional oscillation. Okay, so let me begin with a simple case of torsional oscillation, and here I will give you enough time. You draw the picture first. You draw the picture first. I'll give you enough time. Draw the picture neatly, as big as possible. First to draw the picture, and whatever I have written it, KT, K subscript T. This is called torsional stiffness. K subscript T is called torsional stiffness. First to draw, I'll explain then I'll explain. Now, can anybody tell me how, if somebody has understood this picture, rather than me explaining it, can someone say, yes, I have understood? Okay, 2-3 sentence batao. A picture, what this picture is telling us.
So there are two wheels rotating and both are rotating at different angular speeds.
Why both are rotating at different angle? Why?
So because maybe the torque is getting transmitted.
Agree, but in your machine design, you must have used torque, all this thing. Did you assume a constant angular movement or different angular movement?
It's a constant.
Constant. Can anybody tell me why I am not using same theta at both the end?
Well, there is a twisting.
Sir, there will be no twisting.
There will be twisting. In absence of twisting. So these are the small things which are very important. In machine design, we believe that the shaft is rigid, torsionally rigid. Torsionally rigid matlab, whatever is the angular movement at this end, same will be the angular movement at the other end. We assume in machine design. But in vibration, we assume the reverse. Shaft is not rigid. Means it can twist. If it can twist under application of a torque, then T by theta, you write it in your notebook, T by theta is KT. So in vibration, we don't consider the shaft to be rigid. Every shaft, no shaft is rigid. Every shaft is flexible. What does it mean? It means that under a torque, there will be a twisting angle theta. And twisting angle theta will be the difference between theta 1 and theta 2. So if one side theta 1 is 5 degree, in another side the theta 2 is 6 degree, it means twisting angle of twist is 1 degree. Angle of twist is 1 degree. And that angle of twist is coming because the shaft is delivering a torque. So under a torque, a shaft will undergo a twist by an amount theta such that capital T divided by theta is torsional stiffness K subscript T. This comes from solid mechanics. I am not going to go back to second year. And for a circular cross section, this torsional stiffness, can anybody tell me the formula? How do we calculate torsional stiffness for a shaft? Sir?
So G into moment of inertia divided by L.
किसने
EJ
बोला?
by theta.
So beneath.
Vinith Soni, you are 10% wrong. What is that? You are 90% correct.
So the moment of inertia is the area moment of inertia, not the rod.
5% wrong. you should call it polar moment of inertia.
Okay.
Okay, this is not area moment of inertia. So this is not pi d4 by 64. This is pi d4 by 32. These are the small things which people will ask in training and placement interview, and immediately will come to know. We will not look at your CGPA, because this time everybody is getting CGPA higher than 8. In training and placement, nobody will care for your CGPA, whether it is 9.5 or 8.5. People will ask simple question and they will come to know कि ये इसको कुछ मालूम है कि नहीं है. So torsional stiffness is given by G into IP, I subscript P, divided by L. L is length of the shaft. I subscript P is called polar moment of inertia, which for circular cross section is pi d to the power 4 by 32. This is not area moment of inertia. For bending, now you have to be careful. For bending, for a circular cross section, the I that we use is pi d4 by 64. But polar is about the perpendicular axis. This is basically IZ, not IX or not IY. So we get it using perpendicular axis theorem. Ix plus Iy is equal to Iz. Because it is circle, Iy is also equal to Ix. So pi d4 by 64 plus pi d4 by 64 gives me pi d4 by 32. What is capital G in this formula?
Modulus of rigidity.
स्टील के लिए कितना होता कैपिटल जी का वैल्यू?
70 GPa.
70 GPa. How can you calculate capital G? Suppose you don't know. Can anybody tell me this rigidity modulus, can it be calculated using a famous formula? There is a famous formula how we can calculate modulus of rigidity. The formula uses Young modulus, whom we know better. Whom we know, we remember Young modulus of steel. We don't remember the rigidity modulus of steel. So if you remember Young modulus of steel, you can still calculate rigidity modulus. There is a formula. What is that formula? Undergraduate, particularly undergraduate student. You
Young's
people,
modulus divided by twice into 1 plus Poisson's ratio.
you are correct, लेकिन कहाँ से मिला? दिमाग से लाला कि गूगल सर्च किया?
नहीं सर याद था.
याद है. So this is important. These small things you have to keep in your brain. नहीं तो ट्रेनिंग एंड प्लेसमेंट में लोग पकड़ लेंगे. Okay, giving interview is an art. I will tell you one thing. How many of you have seen kabaddi games? किसी ने कबड्डी देखा कि नहीं देखा? टीवी में भी देखा तो चलेगा. कोई तो बताओ.
Yes, sir.
किसने बोला? साहिल. और बाकी लोग?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. You know, I often compare kabaddi with interview. क्यों? Can anybody explain? क्यों?
Sir, one person dealing with a group of persons.
Agree. Very good. चलो तुम लोग का दिमाग चालू हुआ. और कुछ बोलो. Yes, giving an interview is like कबड्डी, क्योंकि आपके सामने 6-7 लोग होंगे. आप अकेले हो. That is one thing. Anything else? Why I can easily compare kabaddi game with interview?
Sir, and they all are trying to tackle you.
All are trying to catch you on the wrong foot. Agree?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
All are trying to catch you on the wrong foot. तो वो क्या टैक्टिस लेते हैं? To catch you on the wrong foot, आपके ओपोनेंट क्या टैक्टिस लेते हैं? Let me ask Shrabba. Shrabba might not have seen Kabaddi at all. Shrabba, do you know there is a game called Kabaddi?
Yes, sir.
हाँ, अच्छा. So opponent क्या tactics लेते हैं?
So they try to surround us.
नहीं, वो तो बाद में. किसी और कोई लड़के से कोई बताए ओपोनेंट का
First
टैक्टिक्स
they
क्या?
try to lure you in.
करेक्ट. ओपोनेंट पीछे भागता है. ओपोनेंट दे गो बैक एंड दैट गिव्स यू ए फॉल्स कॉन्फिडेंस कि देखो मेरे से डर रहा. सो यू एंटर फर्दर. ठीक है. इंटरव्यू में ऐसा होता है, आपको जो पूछने वाला है वो आपको एक क्वेश्चन डाल के whatever answer you give, he will not tell you that your answer is wrong. He will ask you another question related to that. तो आपको लगेगा कि आपने जो आंसर दिया वो सही आंसर था. हाँ, योर कॉन्फिडेंस गोज अप. एज योर कॉन्फिडेंस गो अप, आप क्या करते हो और गलत आंसर देते हो. वो फिर पूछते हैं एंड थर्ड टाइम यू गिव टोटली ए रॉन्ग आंसर. और फिर इतना गलत आंसर होता कि आप पकड़ में आ जाते हो. आपको खुद ही पता चल जाता कि ऑल योर आंसर्स आर रॉन्ग. सो आई जनरली से गिविंग एन इंटरव्यू इज लाइक प्लेइंग कबड्डी. यू हैव टू बी एक्सट्रीमली केयरफुल कि आपके सामने जो 6 लोग हैं, दे आर ट्राइंग टू कैच यू ऑन द रॉन्ग फुट. 6 ओपोनेंट को संभालना इतना आसान नहीं है. I will advise all of you, you must see some of the video of UPSC interview in YouTube. It is given. UPSC mock interview YouTube में दिया हुआ है. You must see those YouTube videos. I'm not saying everything is correct, but how to speak in an interview when you have 5 and 6 people in front of you. You have to be very, very careful. I mean, it is an art. Anyway, let me go back. So modulus of rigidity is connected with Young modulus. The formula is G is equal to E by denominator में 2 into 1 plus Poisson ratio, that is mu. For steel, generally we take the Poisson ratio as 0.3. So we can calculate and get the rigidity modulus. Okay, so because of the rigidity modulus, this shaft will be flexible, and because the shaft is flexible, there will be a difference in the angle. So theta 1 minus theta 2 is the angle of twist. So theta 1 minus theta 2 multiplied by torsional stiffness will give me the torque. That this shaft is delivering. Okay, so we have taken up a shaft connected with 2 discs at the end. Simplest example. Later on we will go for 3 discs, 4 discs, multiple discs. But this is the simplest example. And because the shaft is not rigid, theta 1 is not equal to theta 2. Now let me write down the equation of motion. So torque equilibrium for the first disc is inertia torque plus torsional stiffness torque is equal to 0. For the second disc, inertia torque plus torsional stiffness torque is equal to 0. So Kt multiplied by angle of twist will give me the torque that is getting transmitted through the shaft. That torque plus inertia torque both together should be 0 in equilibrium. So these are the 2 equations, and this is free vibration. Okay, no external torque is acting right now. So this is free vibration. In the free vibration, I assume the solution is harmonic. So this is amplitude of oscillation. So this is called capital theta 1. It is represented by a circle and capital H is inside. So this is alphabetically capital of theta. So we call it capital theta 1, we call it capital theta 2. So the free vibration solution, similar to other cases, here also we assume a harmonic solution. And we put this harmonic solution in the differential equation we get algebraic equation. And when we say it is a homogeneous system of equation, therefore the determinant of the coefficient matrix will be 0. So that gives us the natural frequency. बस अभी I will give you 5 minutes gap. I have explained. समझने का कोशिश करो and derive the omega formula. इसको पूरा समझने का कोशिश करो. I have said, but you can use your own mathematical justification. You write down everything. I'll give you the PPT, but right now you write down everything. You should make it an habit of deriving all the mathematics yourself. Don't depend on me at all.
Sir, can you explain again how fifth step comes?
ঠিক আছে দিয়ে দেবে हाँ
Sir, can you explain again fifth step how it comes?
no, this is mathematical steps. This is mathematical steps. We have done it for 2 degree of freedom. And we got 2 equations, free vibration. You remember we took harmonic. x1 is capital X1 sine omega t, x2 is capital X2 sine omega t. Then our differential equation got transferred into algebraic equation. If we write it in a matrix form, there will be a coefficient matrix. I have already indicated that coefficient matrix should be singular for homogeneous system of equations. So I'm not saying anything new. Only thing, the mathematics is being applied for torsional oscillation. We have used it for 2 spring, 2 mass, 2 degree of freedom vibration. We have used it. Same mathematics I am using. Same mathematics, same concept. Only thing, today it is torsional oscillation. It is not linear vibration. Mathematics remains same. If you compare line by line, you will see they are matching. Here also we are using a harmonic solution. Here capital X1, here capital X2. And then we get a homogeneous system of equation. A matrix multiplied by their X1, X2, यहाँ पे capital theta 1, capital theta 2. I have not written it in a matrix form. I have directly gone into the determinant. I have skipped that. I have not written it in a matrix form, because if you write it in a matrix form, there will be a coefficient matrix. Determinant of that coefficient matrix will be 0. So this multiplied by this minus kt into kt, that is kt square, will be 0. So this quadratic equation, when I solve, I get one value 0, another value this. See, you people now cannot expect all the derivation line by line to be given by me.
Understood, sir. I got it.
No, you cannot expect. You have to be mathematically expert now. Anyway, किसी को कुछ पूछना है पूछ सकते हो. You can ask me, or else I will ask you few questions. Is the derivation correct or not? That you check first. If we substitute this solution into this differential equation, are we getting these two equations or not? You write them in matrix form and then use the mathematical principle that for homogeneous system of equation, coefficient matrix must be singular, which means determinant of the coefficient matrix will be 0. If you have finished, tell me कुछ इंटरेस्टिंग चीज यहाँ पे नजर आ रहा है जो 2 डिग्री ऑफ फ्रीडम में हमने नहीं लिखा था. Do you think torsional oscillation results are same as 2 degree of freedom vibration, or somewhere the results are different?
There is only one nature.
No, here also we have 2 natural frequency. But this is the beauty. First natural frequency will always be 0. So effectively, although mathematically there are 2 natural frequency, effectively there is only one natural frequency because the other one is 0. Other one 0 का मतलब क्या है? Other one 0 का मतलब है, it is indicating rigid body motion. It is indicating rigid body motion. Fine. Means, basically, see, suppose this theta 1 comes out to be 5 degree and this theta 2 comes out to be 4 degree. What does it mean? It means both the disc has rotated by 4 degree. That is rigid body rotation. And 5 minus 4, that is 1 degree, that is the angle of twist. So this 5 degree is not angle of twist. This 4 degree is not angle of twist. So the theta is partly because of rigid body rotation and partly because of angle of twist. This lowest natural frequency 0, it always represents rigid body rotation. System there are many other systems where vibration occurs superimposed on a rigid body motion. They are called semi-definite system. Let me repeat again. There are many examples. This is one of the examples where vibration or oscillation occurs superimposed. Matlab, there are two types of motion happening side by side. There is a rigid body motion, superimposed on the rigid body motion, a vibratory motion or an oscillatory motion. So if a system can do both together, system is called semi-definite system. Remember, our so far in linear vibration, we have not discussed anything that is semi-definite. But in Lagrange equation, if you see an example, a problem where there are two masses which are interconnected by a single spring, in Lagrange equation problem sheet, not problem sheet, the lecture notes, you will see there is an example in linear vibration who is semi-definite, because there also omega 1 will be 0 if you calculate it. So in torsional vibration, even if there are two disks and we look at it as 2 degrees of freedom, but one of the natural frequency, the lowest natural frequency will always be 0, and there will be only one more natural frequency which is given by this. Fine. Now, if we put this natural frequency in this equation, we get theta 2 by theta 1 is this. Fine. Which means if theta 1 is positive, theta 2 will be negative. Let me repeat again. This tells us if theta 1 is positive, theta 2 will be negative. So there will be a point midway on the shaft where amplitude of oscillation will be 0. That means this cross section will not undergo any angular twist, as if somebody has fixed the shaft here. At this cross section, angle of twist will be 0. This is called nodal point. So along the length of the shaft, there will be a point where twist will be 0. It is called nodal point. Fine. So where this point is located, we can calculate from this formula. So this I will give you in PPT, so you can study it carefully. So that is one thing, but this is important. Suppose my shaft is not of constant cross section. Shaft is in two parts और अलग अलग उसका dimension है. हम KT कैसे? So we find out KT by the inverse resistance formula or parallel resistance formula, that 1 by equivalent KT or total torsional stiffness is 1 by torsional stiffness of the first part plus 1 by torsional stiffness of the second part. So torsional stiffness of the first part is L1 by G into polar moment of inertia of cross section 1 plus L2 by G polar moment of inertia of cross section 2. So that gives us this formula. So if now I can replace this combined diameter shaft by a single diameter shaft having length capital L, but its diameter is D equivalent. So this formula tells me what will be length and D equivalent of the equivalent shaft. Generally length we don't change. So this L1 plus L2 जो total length होते, capital L को हम उतना ही ले लेते. And then in this equation D equivalent is the only unknown. So we calculate D equivalent, and once we have calculated D equivalent, हम क्या करेंगे? This combination of two different diameter shaft is replaced by a single diameter shaft whose diameter is equivalent to D equivalent, whose length is capital L is equal to L1 plus L2. And once we replace it by that single diameter shaft, we go back to all these formula. So our mathematics, our results, everything remains same. So whenever a shaft does not have a constant diameter cross section throughout its length, we convert it into an equivalent shaft of constant diameter, that is called D equivalent. And then we proceed. Any doubt? पूरे पिक्चर में ओके, I'll keep it before you. You need not write down, लेकिन एक बार देख, इसको थोड़ा छोटा कर लेते हैं. ए पीपीटी में कुछ पूछना है तो पूछो. I'm bringing the whole picture before you.
No, sir.
Sir, how we decide that theta 1 is above the x-axis and theta 2, or it just show for the reference here showing like that?
No. Repeat what you were saying.
Sir, here you mentioned theta 1 upside and theta 2 downside.
It can be otherwise also.
Okay, sir.
Actually, theta 1 can be downside, theta 2 can be upside, but they will be opposite because of this negative sign. This
Okay,
negative
okay.
sign. It could have been generally first quantity we take it positive. Generally.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir.
So this mathematics I'll give you. You will have time to go through it, but you have to see this mathematics carefully. Carefully. Now as I have mentioned, I have started going fast. I have started going first, and you have to allow me to go first. So let me come to second example today, where we have 3 discs. So we have 3 discs and we have 2 shafts. First shaft torsional stiffness is KT1. Second shaft torsional stiffness is KT2. Accordingly, we have 3 angles, theta 1, theta 2, theta 3. So angle of twist for shaft number 1 is theta 1 minus theta 2. Angle of twist for shaft number 2 is theta 3 minus theta 2. Or theta 2 minus theta 3, depends on who is your reference disc. So these are the 3 equations of motion. Here equilibrium is in terms of torque, inertia torque plus resistance torsional torque or resistance torque due to torsional stiffness. Both together should be 0. There is no external torque. So equilibrium demands summation of inertia torque and torsional stiffness resistance torque. This should be 0. So when we apply this equilibrium formula on disc number 1, we get first equation. Disc number 2, we get second equation. Disc number 3, we get third equation. We can obtain them by applying Lagrange equation also. No problem. But with free body diagram also, we can obtain them. They are not difficult. And once we get this equation, again we get a coefficient matrix. And again we apply the same justification. Coefficient matrix must be singular, or in other words, determinant of the coefficient matrix should be 0. So determinant of this matrix becomes 0. इसको expand करो. अब इसको expand करो. In power of omega square. You expand it carefully in power of omega square. फिर क्या मिलेगा देखो. I'm keeping it for 5 minutes. You can draw the picture and all the equation you can write. I'm giving you sufficient time and then you expand the determinant. पिक्चर ड्रॉ करो, तीनों इक्वेशन को समझने का कोशिश करो. ओके, these are equilibrium equations coming from summation of torque is equal to 0. You expand it in powers of omega square, मतलब omega to the power 6 आएगा, omega to the power 4 आएगा, omega square आएगा, omega independent एक term आएगा. So we expand as a polynomial of omega square and then you will see something interesting. हाँ, किसी को मिला? Anybody who has expanded it in polynomial of omega square? अरे भाई ये लोग एक 3/3 डिटर्मिनेंट को एक्सपेंड करने में अगर 15 मिनट लगेगा हाँ अभी तक हुआ कि नहीं कि you people will stay silent, I will also stay silent for 1 full month. I am asking you to expand this determinant which is 3/3 determinant. इतना टाइम क्यों लगेगा? And arrange it in the form of a polynomial of omega square. Actually it is a cubic polynomial in terms of omega square. Okay. Like here we had, in the first case, we had a quadratic equation. It is basically a quadratic equation in omega square. So in this case, we will have a cubic equation in terms of omega square. So I want to see that polynomial. You expand it in the form of a cubic polynomial. किसी का हुआ? ये सब भाग गए क्या? Nobody is saying anything.
Sir, we are still calculating.
नहीं इतना टाइम क्यों लगेगा? एक 3/3 डिटर्मिनेंट निकालने में 15 मिनट लगेगा. My goodness. 3/3 determinant should maximum take 5 minutes. Maximum. I don't know why you are taking so much time. But if you are taking so much time, then I will better stop discussion today. And I will begin tomorrow from here. Okay, but tomorrow when we begin, you must have this polynomial and whatever is interesting in this polynomial. The syllabus is going very, very slow, very, very slow. But here, I somehow I'm surprised that you are taking so much time for expanding a 3 by 3 determinant. And you are the people who are looking for a salary package of 5 lakhs. कौन देगा? एक 3 by 3 डिटर्मिनेंट निकालने में 15 मिनट लग गया. हाँ. Anyway, I'm closing. I'm not happy. I'm closing the class today. I'm not happy that you are taking so much time for this simple thing. ठीक है? Tomorrow we will begin from here.